All right, we can convene our meeting this morning. I would like to remind everyone to please make sure all cell phones are turned to the off or vibrate position. Also, please be advised our city council meetings are broadcast on Comcast Channel 99, AT&T Uverse, and the City of Gadsden YouTube channel. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Latham. Councilman Smith. Here. Councilman Avery.
Here.
Councilman Back.
Here.
Councilman Wilson.
Here.
Councilwoman Menatra. And Councilman Robinson.
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Councilman Smith if he will lead the invocation for us this morning. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you the humblest way we know how. Come with bowed heads and humble hearts, looking unto you, the author and the finisher of our faith. We dare not lean to our own understanding, God, but we need your wisdom, your insight, even your revelation, God, to lead the citizens of our city. We lift up this council meeting today, everyone present. Thank you for our mayor, Mayor Ford, and the council and every department head. We give you all the praise, the glory, and all the honor for all you've done, all you're doing, and most of all that you're going to do. We ask it all in the matchless name of Jesus, we pray. And all that agree said amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and council meetings held on August 12th. Second. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the week of August 8th through the 14th.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
All right, item 7 is for proclamations and commendations. I don't believe we have any from the administration this morning. So at this time, then the chair will entertain a motion to reconvene the council meeting.
Mr. President.
Yes, Councilman Wilson.
Point of privilege. I just want to acknowledge the gentlemen that are sitting in the rear of the room here. As some of y'all may know, we are getting ready to, we've started the demolition for the Gadsden Athletic Center, and part of that was there was a small little skateboarding area over there, just a couple of ramps and a little rail. It's not ideal for the skateboarding community, but it was at least something, and that was removed recently as part of the demolition of that site in preparation again for the Gadsden Athletic Center. And in addition to that, for over a decade in this community, a lot of people don't know the history of skateboarding in Gadsden. Gadsden had an official, really impressive skate park called the Flying Wheel Skate Park almost 50 years ago. It was built in 1978, I believe, 79. Some of y'all probably remember it over there back behind the McDonald's there off of just across from the mall. Anyway, for the last decade or so, a group of volunteer citizens have been maintaining and DIY custom building small ramps and transitions and different features at a slab over here on 3rd. There was a private piece of property that they'd basically been given access to. Well, I recently made a post, and I don't know if I will take full responsibility for this if I'm responsible for it, but I recently made a post about the need for Gadsden to get behind the skateboarding culture here and the alternative sports culture in general. There are so many kids in this community that for whatever reason can't or don't participate in traditional sports like basketball, baseball, football, soccer, etc. And alternative sports like skateboarding and BMX, bike riding are things that kids do in this community, and they have to travel long distances, or they end up getting in trouble for skateboarding where they're not supposed to skateboard because they don't really have anywhere in this community to practice their craft. And I mean, skateboarding is an Olympic sport. It's not like we're talking about pickleball or something over here, I mean, this is a big time thing, and it has to be. and it has been for a long time. So I just want to recognize the issue that at hand is after the post I made recently, the owner of the property over on 3rd has announced that as of Thursday, he plans to demolish the site that these men have been working on, again, for over a decade. And it's really disappointing, and my hope is that the city can step in and find some temporary solution to give them a space, if not to take possession of that property, or talk to the owner about delaying that demolition until we can get a proper plan in place for a skate park. And I just received approval this morning to be able to use some funds that we have available to move forward with a proper design for a proper skate park. The location of that skate park would yet to be determined. And of course, the cost of it would have to be approved by my colleagues here on the council. And I think we have overwhelming support for that by my colleagues. So I just wanted to recognize all the hard work that these guys have put into a community of skateboarders for kids, man, and they don't get compensated for it in any way. They use their own money, their own time, their own skill sets to do it. And it's time for, I think, the city to get behind initiatives like that. And I wish we had more people like you out there doing what you guys are doing. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'd like to ask y'all to stand up, please. We'd like to give you a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you for taking time to come here this morning. And Councilman Wilson, thank you for the introduction. Well, we'd have to get permission to do that.
I was going to ask for a point of personal privilege to at least suspend the rule that allow one of those gentlemen to come up and speak personally to it. So
okay, there's been a motion to suspend the rules to allow someone. There's a second. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to allow the speaker, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, we have unanimous consent for the
If
speaker.
you come up here to this microphone, sir, and if you will, when you get up there, I'll give you just a little bit of instruction. We're having some technical difficulties. We're hoping it works. If you will, just for our records, if you'll tell us your names and your address, where you live.
My name is Tristan,
My name is Michael.
and we actually live together.
All right.
We're roommates.
Yeah.
18 Country Lane.
We're Rainbow City.
Rainbow City. But
Wonderful.
Yep.
Welcome.
And I'm actually one of the newest members of the Skate Slab community,
Yeah.
but I've been working on it with them for the past 4 years or so. But the gentlemen back there have been doing it since they were little kids. So I want to start off, good evening, and thank you for giving me the chance to speak today. I know we didn't apply in advance to be on the agenda, and we really appreciate you guys allowing us this time. I'm here on behalf of the Gadsden skate community to talk about the skate slab. To some, it might look just like a patch of concrete with ramps on it, but to us, it's so much more.
Hey, Tristan, I'm sorry. Will you pull that microphone down? This isn't necessarily for us. I can hear you okay, but it'll be recorded and replayed, and you'll have to suffer through seeing yourself talk over and over again.
I got you. Is that better? All right, and let's see. It's a place we build ourselves with our own hands, money, and time. It's a safe space where kids can go instead of being on the streets. It's where friendships are built, confidence is gained, and where young people feel like they belong. We've already gathered over 500 signatures on a petition to save this spot on change.org, which shows the depth of the support behind this. That's not just the skaters, that's parents, families, and community members who recognize the value of what's happening here. Not every kid fits into football and baseball, like he said, but that doesn't mean they don't deserve a place to grow and to be active and find their community. The skate slab has been that place, and it's proof what can happen when a community comes to create something positive. So tonight I'm asking you to see this space for what it really is. More than concrete, it's community, it's belonging, and it's a chance to give the youth of Gadsden something constructive and positive to hold on to. And thank you for your time and considering not just saving the skate slab, but supporting the community that's been built around it. And my roommate also has something.
As I said, my name is Michael. Michael Twade. I was born here. I was born in Gadsden Regional in 1995. August 6th, I just turned 30. When I was 13 years old, I found myself on that slab of concrete. That's what we call it. That's the name of it. It's called the slab. And so 13 years old, that's 17 years. I know for a fact that this community has been brought together for it. And everybody I know who has ever stood on a skateboard in this community knows where that's at. We all learned on it. We all pitched in to build rinky-dink little ramps, and it might look like an eyesore to anybody driving by, but to us it's a symbol of community and coming together over the years. And for a long time, I feel like it's an important route for the youth. As someone who was a youth growing up around here, I would like to see that continue for future youth. And I do love the idea of building a new skate park. I love that to death, but I feel that we would be at a great loss if we lost the slab itself, just for how long it's been here. That's all I want to say.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
And just to point out to my colleagues, the property is privately owned, but according to the owner, at some point they offered it recently to the city. The city said that they didn't have any immediate use for the property as far as the dirt goes. I don't think the context of the slab and the skate park was really known at that time or considered probably. Just as a piece of real estate, the city indicated that they didn't have any use for it. The owners indicated to a couple of these gentlemen over the last couple of days during the discussion about the plan to demolish it that for some reason because the city wouldn't accept the property, that he was forced to or the city was forcing him to now demolish it. I've not yet had an opportunity to speak with the building department. I don't know if there's actually a nuisance abatement case against that property or not. But I will find that out and see. But to my knowledge, at the very least, if the owner is willing to give the property to the city, and certainly considering that we have recreation indemnification that would prevent us from the liabilities that would come along with that you typically hear about with skate parks, I would strongly encourage the administration to consider taking this property as a donation from the owner so that we can preserve that historic site that all these gentlemen have put so much time and effort into. Thank you, Mr. President.
I believe that falls into our hands. We accept the property as the committee, for lack of terms, or the council that governs city property, or have the give or take. I hadn't been addressed because usually it's based on district. When it comes to accepting property, if I'm not mistaken, when one wants to donate property to the city, if I'm correct with the protocol in remembering. However, when it comes to the nuisance part, I think there are some grass liens maybe against the property, but there's not a nuisance report because there's a historic for lack of terms, note to that property. If I'm not mistaken, again, I was wanting to say the oldest house in the city was the house across the street where the steps are. That was torn down, and then this is, I guess, the house second to the oldest. Yeah. And so I remember it being in you all's first term with Mayor Guyton. It was a discussion on maybe kind of transferring that home to Walnut Park or something of that nature. But nevertheless, I don't know. I'm definitely in agreement with accepting the property, at least for a temporary use. Did you all get my email?
I'm sure so.
Okay, whoever created the, just check out the email as well. Okay.
I have a question.
City Attorney.
Yes, Councilman Smith.
Councilman Avery. I guess for Councilman Wilson, I saw your post, but I didn't have enough information to make an informed decision about it. Are the skaters and the people who've been investing the same group? Or
Yes.
just two separate groups of
No,
people?
these are the skaters that are using their own time and their
Okay.
own money that are out there. And a lot of these are gentlemen like the two that we've met who had someone that invested in that place for them to have somewhere to skate when they were young, and now here they are as young adults spending their own money and their own time to maintain that space so that another generation of young people can enjoy it. So yeah, this is
Thank you.
all DIY, all
Okay.
volunteer.
And we applaud you all for that. I just want to get clarity. Thank you.
And again, it's incredible to me to hear someone say they've been doing it for 17 years.
Yeah, I'm in favor
17
also.
years. It's yes, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. President.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want to acknowledge
Here,
him,
let's
Mr.
just
President?
take this seat right here. There you go. I'm Kent Back. I'm going to introduce myself to everybody. Yeah. Go ahead.
I caught myself. Yeah.
I'm a little bit older than these guys, and I graduated with a fellow named Jay Hazlett, who was a skateboarder, and he went on to Southern California and became pretty famous. You can look him up on you can Google him. And he had actually a career in skateboarding, and now since his tricks are not as good as they used to be, he's now carrying on a ministry among skateboarders.
That's incredible. I mean, again, we have such a long history that most people don't realize here in Gadsden. I mean, the Flying Wheel Skate Park that was built, again, as I said, I think in 1978, and it was open for several years before it was demolished, but I believe that was actually a private entity. That was a for-profit effort. It wasn't a city-owned profit. But I mean, they had major regional competitions at that skate park. I mean, they had skateboard magazines from all over the country that would come here and do articles and features on, it was honestly, and I've stumbled on a bunch of old pictures of it and videos even on YouTube. There's a couple of really good videos from back in the 80s. I mean, it was one of the premier skate parks, certainly in the state of Alabama, if not the region. It was very, very impressive, and I think knowing the lineage of the skateboarding community here in Gadsden, I think it'd be a good thing for us to really lean into it and try to support it.
And if I can, Mr. President, as we move on to design stages and all that stuff, as mentioned, that these guys be considered, because again, this is what they do. Also, it gives them a sense of I guess, ownership and home. And of course, I know the people that will design it, as we get to that step, will be very familiar with, their culture or whatnot. But it's, in my opinion, it makes it feel, again, so much theirs and a part of the operation of that state. And then also to even consider, he mentioned Jay, and I think Jay came to 6th Avenue with us before, which is 6th Avenue Skate Park in Nashville, Tennessee, which is a Christian skate park environment, and did an event for us. But also, even as it relates to here, someone else is Yellow Wolf. Yellow Wolf is also a skater. And so I would like to even add all of these components together to make this thing really great, because again, these guys have shown their dedication, as mentioned before, and it is a unique sport, but also it is one that is highly recognized, not only just in the States, but all over the country. So
That's a good idea. I would agree. Maybe there's a committee that we could form with the.
And that certainly would be my intention, would to have these guys be a major part of the design efforts. And again, maybe in a perfect world, we can obtain that property from the private landowner and build the new concept around the existing slab to incorporate the historic nature and preserve what's already there and kind of build something really impressive around it. I think that's all great ideas, and I think that committee should meet at 7:30 every weeknight at Blackstone.
And I did, I'll put my 2 cents. I did wake up early this morning and I had a friend send me a link to a project or a Tony Hawk project that's been established since 2002 for like grants and stuff. So I did send that link to the mayor and a few other people in the administration this morning, so they are aware and they can read up on this and see everything. But I'm 100% for a skateboard park. I've been saying that since I've got elected. So.
I actually talked to Hawk yesterday. He's on board 100%.
Good deal.
Just now, I saw a post that you made or a comment. How many bones did you break?
13.
Only 13.
Yeah, in my right leg. It ruined my soccer career. I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you guys right now.
He wasn't a very good skateboarder, y'all. He broke 13 bones in one leg. So it's
To be fair, back when I was skateboarding, it was the little skinny skateboards. I don't know, are they still skinny? I know they're big.
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them, I was on this little skinny fiberglass neon green one, and tried to hop a little curve. Fell wrong.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're glad you're okay.
All right.
Thank you guys again for coming and everything.
And thank you for giving me the time to acknowledge and have that conversation.
Sure, I think it's been a big, big thing on the thing. I see Mr. former Councilman Billy Harris. I guess we're going to have a question.
Yes, sir. No, just a comment.
Yes, sir.
Concerning the skateboard down 3rd Street. If we all can remember back, former Councilman J.R. Countryman was responsible for that being that initiative.
That's right.
So we don't want to forget that. J.R. Countryman initiated that back when he was on the city council.
Absolutely.
That's right. So it's been there, like you said, for 50 years. But well, it's been a great grassroots morning here, y'all, and we've even got some other exciting things to come here in just a minute. We have a pretty short schedule today, which does mean a long meeting. So that's at this time, the chair will entertain a motion to a motion to recess the council meeting in order to conduct the work session.
I motion recess.
Motion. Second. All right, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to recess the council meeting, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries for the recess.
All right. Flip back over, and I'm looking for a motion to reconvene the council meeting.
So moved.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to reconvene the council meeting, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to reconvene.
Okay, we're at item 10, it's unfinished business. We have none today. Item 11, new business. Is there any new business today? Seeing none, we'll move to agenda item 12, department reports, committees, boards. Mr. Craig Scott is here with us today. He is our director of the Gadsden Public Library, and he has some information about a fundraiser, a golf fundraiser, right?
I do,
and
Mr.
other
President.
things.
Thank you. Thank you, Council. Again, my name is Craig Scott, Director of the Library. I've got 2 items on the agenda today, but before that, I want to mention about the library. And it's been a very active summer for us. In fact, we're on pace right now to have more people through the doors than we've had the previous 3 years. So on an annual basis. So very proud of the staff for all the programming, all the activities that they've been working on. So 2 items on the agenda. The first, and I think I had you pass the flyers around. It's a save the date for October 21st.
She's sending them out right now.
Oh, no. There we go.
So as you might recall, the library has been in partnership with the Gadsden City Schools for the past couple of years for a family night held in September, and it's been a big event. We've had 250 the first year, over 300 next year. I'm expecting we'll have even more this year. But we've moved it from September to October. October 21st, that'll be a Tuesday evening from 5:30 to 7, and it's going to focus on the after-school program that the city schools have, especially at the elementary level. So big event at the library. All of you are welcome. 400 kids, lots of parents, lots of it'll be packed. So it's all hands on deck for the library that night. Secondly, you mentioned our annual Birdies for Books golf outing is coming up on September 19th. That's a Friday, and would appreciate your support of our golf outing, as you always do.
What's that date again?
Friday, September 19th.
September 19th.
Jason, it's a scramble. We'll tee off at 1 o'clock. So we'll be there at 9:30, 10 o'clock to register everybody coming in. And then the range will be open, and a lunch, and then tee off at 1 o'clock. So we should finish around 5:30 or so that night. It's always a big event for us, and a good fundraiser, and all the proceeds, of course, go to the library and the kids. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank
you, Craig.
Thanks. All right, we'll move to, first, any other department reports? All right, seeing none, we will go to citizen request. Josh Nelson is here. He is the wrestling coach at Gadsden City High School, and he's requested to speak about the Gadsden City High School girls wrestling program, and I'm sure the whole program in general. Coach, welcome. We're glad to have you back.
Good to see you, sir. May I hand this out?
Sure.
Quick, if you don't
You can
mind?
hand it to Ms. Nelson, and she'll pass it down.
I'm Josh Nelson, head coach at Gadsden City. It's my assistant coach. Last time, Carter Womack, last time he was here, he wrestled for me. And he came and spoke, and he's done a great job. But the program since the last time I came and spoke to you, the first season, I came to talk to y'all before the beginning of the season. There hadn't been many dual wins beforehand, and so honestly, that first year I was hoping to just win one, and we won 7. The next year we doubled that when we won 14.
Awesome.
Thanks to y'all, we were able to get mats and funds that we desperately needed for that. And because of that, we were able to host a tournament, which was very successful. And this year, we're planning on having more home meets. The first ever Etowah County tournament, which would be us, Southside, West End, and Etowah. And so it's growing, and we've had a lot of people to request, to come, but we're full. Right now, I think we have 22 teams that's going to be present. This year, we're trying to start a girls wrestling team. First year, I was trying to get my feet wet, and I was surrounding myself by really good people. And Mr. Gullidge, our principal, has been phenomenal. So has Mr. Blackwell. Again, it's what we needed, and so because of that interest, the next year we had a JV team, and we had more kids, probably 4 times as many kids placing tournaments this last year than we did the first year. And because of that success, I had several girls that said they wanted to wrestle, and I had to pray about it, but I decided that we just need to go ahead and start it. And the cost from that is going to be, our budget's okay, and I've given each of y'all a copy of the budget. Our fundraising, we do Pancake Day, and we've asked for donations, and I try my best for our kids not to pay anything, and some people agree with that, some people don't, but we make our kids buy shoes, and if they can't buy shoes, we figure out some way and they get them, so they have what they need. Transportation cost on there is going to be different next year than what's on here, because thanks to Gadsden City School System about our buses, that'll be knock off that cost some, which is going to be great. But back to the girls, singlets is going to be expensive. It's going to be about $1,200 to $1,300 for singlets to get started. And because the Gadsden City School System, we're growing as far as students, the room that we were using beforehand, they needed to use for a classroom, because we were using it as a classroom. And I understand, because our numbers are, I think there's something like 70-something students increased from last year. And so they're trying to give them a lot of opportunities to do other things and, gain interest. And because of that, we were going to have to seek alternate practice arrangements. And Mayor Ford loaned us the YMCA, which was huge, because we're growing, and now we can use the mats that we've had previously we didn't have enough room for, we can use. But a problem that that brings out is transporting mats from one place to another, because before, when we had them at the high school, when we had home meets, they're right there, and just the mats cost around $12,000. They're very expensive. And I was wanting to figure out a way to safely transport them from one place to another. And I've put on our budget as far as when you go to tournaments, you have to pay a tournament fee. And it could range anywhere from $150 to $450, depending on how many teams. So if I had a boys, a JV, and a girls team, it increases the price of the fee. So one way I've offsetted that is, before, I would use our mats and we would trade. I'll bring my mats to theirs, they bring their mats to mine, no money changes hands, we help each other out, because wrestling's a really tight-knit community. And Coach Nix from Pleasant Valley is amazing. He's one of my mentors. That's what we do at Pleasant Valley, and Southside was generous enough, and there's several teams. And so that cuts down costs, and it helps build our wrestling community. But not being able to transport them is going to be difficult, because ROTC so generously in the past let us use their trailer, but now they're having to use theirs for stores, like I said, because we're growing. So singlets and a means of transporting mats are my 2 biggest concerns. And I have on there what I have remaining in my budget. You can see from there that we have a few thousand to work with, but the initial cost early on, because before I announced that we're having a girls team, we were not aware that we were going to have to, seek alternate plans for practicing, which has been a blessing now, but it also, when things come about like that, sometimes it shifts the focus on other things. And so because of that, I've talked to several people, and I'm going to go to several businesses and see if I can get somebody, like we could put their banners on the side of a utility building, on a utility trailer, enclosed trailer. And I've looked at prices. It ranged anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, whether it's used or new. But I'd like to get one large enough that we could actually be able to store stuff without cramming in, potentially damaging the mats that we're so proud of. Because our mats are, it's been a huge blessing. But thanks to Mayor Ford, we were able to have a place, and that's huge. Because that's something I was worried about. But now we can use all our mats, and especially with having girls and boys wrestling. That way we can have half on one side, half on the other, swap groups and everything like that. We have plans eventually to have equipment. We have very, very little equipment to use for our sport. But that's something we're going to look towards next year, because every year we're building, and then hopefully one day, well, it'll happen next year. We're going to try to have a youth, because I've had a big demand for that. But there again, location, I'm having somewhere to go safely and make sure kids are transported, because we transport our kids. And so I drove a bus, and I still drive a bus, and that's been a major blessing, because before, it's hard for kids to get where they need to get and make sure and safely, and bus is it's the safest form of transportation statistically. So, but I appreciate you letting us speak, and anything that council could do to help us. Y'all have done so much. I hate to ask again, but I'm in need for the girls team, because I had several emails yesterday. Right now, we have 7 that's going to wrestle that we know for sure, and I know when it gets closer to season, those numbers will increase. It does every year, because kids come out later for wrestling, because it overlaps with football as far as practice, depending on how far they go in the playoffs, and with girls flag football, which has been a huge blessing, because it's getting more, like with skateboard and anything like that, trying to get some attention to sports other than main sports. Even though I played the main sports too, there's a lot of kids that, a safe way of exercising and building a group of fellowship. So thank you.
Coach, thank you. Thank
you, Coach.
both of you guys. Anybody have any questions?
I do. Just real quick, I know you've been through this process before, and you and I have talked
yes,
plenty. Have you submitted the formal funding request to the city clerk's office?
No, sir, I've not submitted formal.
If you'll type up your letter and let us know exactly what you're requesting, and get that to Miss Iva in the city clerk's office, she can circulate it to all of us, and that's typically how we go about making these discretionary fund requests.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll make sure I do.
It doesn't have an impact on on our willingness to contribute to your cause at all.
Yes, sir.
It just makes all of our lives easier. It makes the city clerk's life easier too, because make sure there's no doubt about it. When you get discretionary funds from this council, they do not come from any one individual here. I mean, this is taxpayers' money. This is not our money, okay? So when you get that contribution, it is coming from the city of Gadsden.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's why it needs to be routed through the city clerk's office, so that when that check's ready, you can come get it. And again, it's coming from the city of Gadsden, not from us. So.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Josh, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It, sir.
Exciting to see that program grow and started from scratch, and it's wonderful. All right. Okay, that is our citizen request. We're now at remarks by mayor and council. Councilwoman Latham.
I don't have any report.
Nothing from District 1 today. All right. Councilman Smith.
Yes, Mr. President, just want to thank the skaters for coming and sharing your vision, your passion, your heart, what you've been doing. Some of us will never know. Councilman Wilson, thank you for posting that on social media, and just want to let you know that we all do support you. To Reverend Hardy, good to see you here. Attended 4 funerals this past week, and glad to be able to make your son's funeral, and just know that we're still praying for you, you and the family. And that's all I have. Thank you to the council and the mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Smith. Councilman Avery.
Mr. President. Again, want to thank the gentleman for coming as it relates to the skate park there on 3rd and Tuscaloosa Avenue. Appreciate the phone call, and again, like I said, check out that email, and then as Councilman Wilson, he's leading the charge, and I'll just support him as we go. I'm in 100% support of the community, as well as the efforts in making sure that we do our part to aid you all, and making sure that we have that piece of the component so that the community, the entire city of Gadsden, when I say community, or this part, can enjoy that. And then you guys, that brings upon mentorship to younger guys all over. This will be a great opportunity to partner with big brothers and big sisters. And so you guys, you gentlemen seem to be fair in being able and willing to be a part of that process. So I also would like to thank Councilman Wilson for his charge in doing so. I want to welcome back at least the name with new owners. The Choice Restaurant will be opening this Wednesday. They'll be opening for breakfast and then closing, or somewhere there'll be a closing, then there'll be another reopen. So I want to take the opportunity to welcome a new restaurant downtown. That was my breakfast spot every Tuesday, and I believe some colleagues went there, at least in their past, every Tuesday to dine and fellowship together, which was a great thing. So I do want to make mention of that and make kudos. It will be a soul food, primarily considered as a soul food, but I think they will do breakfast as they were formerly known as well. I'm going to say it out loud, but then I'm going to also go to the building department to get an answer. If I'm not mistaken, the city took on the property at Joseph T. Robinson, where there was once a park that the school once owned. And so the community had been complaining the grass has been pretty high. And so there was an effort made to aid with at least to cut down on it getting super high. But I do want to clarify, and I'll clarify it, but I'm going on record right now in addressing it because it had been a great concern. A member of the city had told the resident that the city didn't have anything to do with it and had never cut it. And I know, even if I'm not mistaken, when the Board of Education owned that property, the city did maintain at least the property. So I do want to go on record with making mention of that, but then I also want to go on record with making sure that I will get the answer, confirmation that the city now owns that property, because there is a request to cut the grass. So I did want to make mention of that. I want to also thank the American Legion Post 322 there on North 8th Street for their concerns with some things in the community, nuisance and things of that nature, but also for an honor that they did. They took upon a new program in honoring some of unknown heroes in our city, and so that was one. Their first program was held this past Saturday, and so had an opportunity to be a part of that, to hear, to listen, and to experience. And so I want to appreciate them for, and Commander Walter Gunn for his leadership. As I close, I will, another thing, I'll just go on record with saying that as I kind of do my research, I've been out of pocket. So I know that it was made mention for some members that came to the meeting with the concern of the building. The MLK building was a part of the agenda of the nuisance and abatement process. And so I wasn't here, wasn't aware of what's going on, but I'll do my due diligence today to find out, because it's been sitting there for quite some time. It's been a eyesore and a concern for those residents that are closely connected to that building. And so as we kind of just make memory of so many great sites and things that were in our city, that's one that we can make memory of, but it's a greater concern on the future of it. And so I'll make sure I do my homework today on what was what, or what is what concerning that. I want to take the opportunity on the behalf of my family to thank so many of the citizens of this city for their reaching out, their prayers, their thoughts, and all we've been going through. So we've had at least 3 lost within 3 to 4 months, and so losing someone is typically never easy. However, it's definitely not easy when it's someone you're very close to. And these people have made a great impact in the city, not just in their family lives. And so therefore, the city really came out, showed up, and really showed their support. So we're grateful. We're grateful from the depths of our heart for everything that has been, all of the kind gestures that have been shown to our family. And so that'll be on the behalf of the matriarch in her absence today. On a final note and on a exciting note, I want to my 2 boys, Camry and Matthias, I want to say happy birthday. Matthias' birthday is today, so I think they possibly could be watching at Coosa Christian. Well, we're not live, so
Yeah.
we'll see it eventually. Wow. But yeah, so I do want to go on record to say that I went live to say happy birthday to my son Matthias, who comes to the city council meeting during the summer when he's off, and he's very intrigued. And so as the Coosa Christian folks was really excited to hear his name, and he'd be walking around with his chest poked out at school today. But nevertheless, I did want to go on record to say happy birthday to both of my boys. Thank you. I conclude.
Good deal. Councilman Wilson?
Yes, sir. First and foremost, my condolences to Councilman Avery on the loss of his sister. That's I can't imagine. And you've been through a lot, as you said, over the last several months. And I'm thinking about you, man. I just couldn't imagine. There's no words, man. And I won't rehash everything, but I just want to say thank you to all these guys in the back for reaching out to me, to Tristan and Jacob Thompson and Dom Stevenson and Chase Phillips and all the guys that have been in my inbox. Casey Scott Clay, who's been sending me links for different skateboarding grants that are available out there. Candace Phillips, obviously, Kristen Phillips. All of you guys are incredible. It's a really heartwarming story, and my only charge to you guys is, to my knowledge, there's never been as much energy behind this conversation in Gadsden, at least since I was born on Chancellor Avenue. I was a skateboarder too, but I did it, illegally, all the places you weren't supposed to. But in my memory, there's never been this much energy behind this conversation. And my only charge to you guys is don't let it die out. Continue talking about it on social media, continue sharing it on social media, continue to have a voice in this community and raise awareness, not just here, but outside this community. I was fortunate. I reached out to Chris Solomon in Birmingham. He's been incredible and has shared a lot of resources to try to help keep this conversation moving on a broader level. So y'all just please, I'm going to do everything I can, and we're going to do everything we can on our part. Y'all just keep the conversation going, please, and keep skating. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Minatra.
I just want to make mention, this is not a City of Gadsden election, but a week from today, there are many elections in the county, mayor, city council, and you have a lot of friends, and you can spread the word. It's very encouraging to know that people do want to participate in city government, and there are lots of candidates out there. So if you know someone that lives out in the county and in those cities, a week from today is election day. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilman Robinson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, skaters, thank you for coming out this morning. You got a good one here leading the charge. He'll stay on it. I'll stay on him to stay on it also. We'll get it done for you. We won't let this die, because I truly believe, and like I've said for a long time, I've always thought we do need a skateboard park, and it's something that would keep, I have this vision, you think, skateboard park like anything else. I mean, we sit out there eating a sandwich, you're watching these kids skate. One day they go to X Games, they're on television, there they are. tie somebody from Gadsden, Alabama, they get famous, they have a lot of money, they come back, they build a bigger skateboard park, and it just keeps on going. So that's what we got to have. Appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all.
All right, thank you, Councilman. We've had a great day here at City Hall. It's great to have young people come and be passionate about what your dreams are and what you've already been doing, so I applaud you for that. I think you can see you have a lot of support here, so look forward to seeing things unfold. And then it dovetailed right into the Gadsden City High School wrestling program that started from scratch about 3 years ago, and they've been real successful. And those are some students that probably weren't participating maybe in other sports, much as what we were talking about with skaters. So I hope you see that the city of Gadsden supports all young people. We're looking for ways to promote our city in ways that includes everybody in our city from age 2 to age 99, I guess. And so we just want to have everybody to have something to do, and we're striving to do that as part of our master plan. It's been a lot of thought, a lot of input from our local citizens into that master plan. So I'm excited that we didn't talk about Councilman Wilson's first major passion is the BMX track, or course rather, that's going to be built up here going up to Nakalula Falls on the old landfill.
And not to discourage y'all, but that only took me 7 years to get done.
So maybe we can shorten that cycle.
Maybe we can speed this one up.
Maybe 7 months, maybe. Yeah. So that's, but things like that are important to our city. We need to be a well-rounded city. We need to be offering things that are conducive to our citizens and that attracts people, and it creates a better quality of life for everybody. So I'm excited. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate the way you conduct yourself, and I think you've got some fans up here. I think you got a lot of fans, so thank y'all. All right, well, if that's all we have from the dais up here, we will be adjourned. See you next week.